you're going to have that session of question and answer. The next one is dealing with low self-esteem. Dealing with I shared with you my story and I told you how I struggled with low self-esteem when I was your age. And it is because for me of my family setup, the family background that I come from. I know it works differently with different people. There are people who are struggling with low self-esteem because of experiences they've gone through in life. Are we together? So, the definition for low self-esteem is lack of confidence about who you are and what you can do. In summary, that is the definition. The definition of low self-esteem is lack of confidence about who you are and what you can do. Not being in a position to realize your strengths. Not being in a position to understand your abilities. So you are more focused on how people perceive you. You're always thinking that people are looking at you in a manner to suggest that you're not good enough. The lack of confidence. Yes. Lack of confidence about who you are and what you can do. That is what low self-esteem is. And the causes of low self-esteem is social status. Number one, social status. The family background that you come from. Your friends, the kind of friends that you have. Are they people that bring out the best in you? Or they keep focusing on your weaknesses to make you feel unworthy? Past experiences is also part of the causes of low self-esteem. Past traumatic experiences. Maybe someone took advantage of you while you were young. It could be rape. It could be someone talked to you harshly, reprimanding you in a very harsh way. You took it personally. You've never let it go. That has affected you and caused you to have a low self-esteem because you still remember the language that person used when addressing you. It was not kind. Are we together? Yes. Maybe a family friend, an uncle, an aunt, maybe beat you up and you felt you didn't deserve it. Such kind of experiences. Are we together? Poor performance in academically. In life, hakuna mtu huwa hafail. So when you fail, take it positively, learn the lesson and try again. We all fail at some point in our lives. Are we together? Yes. And it's normal to fail. For anybody to ever become a winner in this life, you must have failed at some point in life. For you to become an expert in anything, you must fail several times before you can eventually win. So losing or failing in academics, when you fail, take it positively. Don't allow it to put you down. Keep trying. Are we together? Yes. Understand, what did I do that made me fail? And next time do better by learning the lessons. Are we together? Yes. So usiruhusu kufail katika masomo yako. Ikufanye you remain down. Keep trying. We all make it through life, through trying. Because practice makes practice makes perfect. When you fail, rise up, shake off the shackles, and move forward. Are we together? Now, how can we overcome low self-esteem? That's what I want to learn next. How can we overcome low self-esteem? Number one is build positive relationships with people who match your values, morals, and beliefs. There's a saying that goes, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. The kind of friends you put around you, or you allow in your life, or you play with all the time, they eventually dictate or define who you are because of the kind of values they have, morals, beliefs, and the things you do. Are we together? Yes. A bad company does what? Spoils good morals. A bad company If you walk around with a drunkard, if you go walk around and make friends with prostitutes, yes, that is so true. So keep good friends, keep friends that you share common values, morals, friends that help you become the best version of yourself. A friend, when you fail, they'll be so real with you and encourage you and tell you that this is not how you perform, you can do better, and they encourage you to become the best version of yourself. Are you together? Yes. Another way to overcome is capitalize on your good subject. Work smart. Now, maybe unaweza kuwa umefail because you're not good in that subject. And you cannot be a jack of all trades, right? Yes. Huwezi sema ati you are good in all the subjects unless you're a genius, right? So, when you fail in a subject, try to capitalize on the subject that you're good at to balance your performance. Sawa sawa? Yes. Yes. You could have failed because maybe you are not good in that subject. Try to thrive in other subjects that you are good at. Capitalize on them. Take time to practice, to study for those subjects that you're good at. I'm not saying you neglect the one that you're not good at. Also try, but capitalize more on the one that you're good at. Are we together? Yes. Another reason or another way to overcome low self-esteem. Have a positive attitude always. I shared with you my story and I told you the reason why. So the best way to overcome some of the reasons that lead you to have a negative attitude about yourself, to always look down on yourself, to hate yourself, is to see within you what is good about you. Of course, there is something good about you. Not one, not two, so many things good that are good about yourself, right? Capitalize on those. Have a positive attitude about yourself. Every morning, stand in front of the mirror. Admire yourself. Affirm yourself positively. That you are beautiful, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Are we together? Yes. That you have all what it takes to succeed in life. Are we together? Yes. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise. That's why God allowed you to be born. That's why you are in school. Because you have all what it takes to succeed and to make it in life. Sawa sawa? Are we together? Yes. Are we together? Are you done with this part? Yes. Yes. How many could be struggling with low self-esteem in our midst? Why do you think the reason? Because she says she has low self-esteem because of the changes that are happening in your body. I want us, by the time we are done with this session, you appreciate yourself. We say take it positively. There is nothing abnormal about it. Are we together? Are we together? Take pride in the changes because it's through them that we become an adult. Are we together? Yes. The only thing that we can do to change ourselves is to eat. Ukwe mno. When it comes to growing vertically, hiyo ni ya Mungu. When it comes to growing horizontally, hiyo ni yako. You can work on it, right? If you want a bigger body, you can work on it. If you want a slim, you can go work out and reduce your weight, right? Yes. So appreciate all this. If it's something that you cannot change, if it's something that's beyond you, don't worry about it. Don't bother yourself, spend so much time. Don't stress yourself over it because God created you that way with a reason, right? Appreciate yourself the way you are. Because you're short. You see, maybe they could be making fun of you. They admire you in some way. Or they want to see your reaction. Sometimes maybe they're just joking around with you. But the best thing you can do is to take it positively, right? Because there's nothing you can do to change that. Sawa sawa? Now I want us to go to the next diagram about low self-esteem. And you can see sometimes it's not much about yourself. You always think others to be better than yourself. You think others are more talented than you. You think that others are blessed than you. Yes. You forget to focus on yourself, capitalize on the good side of you, on your strength, yet you're supposed to do that. Are we together? So from today, if you're the kind of a person who always looks to others and thinks that others are better than you, start thinking and looking within yourself. Start thinking positively about yourself. Because there's so many things that are good about you that you can focus on, that you can capitalize on. Sawa? Yes. Criticizing yourself. Criticizing yourself, unajiangalia kwa mirror, instead of seeing a fearfully and wonderfully made, the beauty of God, you only see and tell yourself that you're ugly, you're not good enough. You need to start affirming yourself positively. Are you together? Because sometimes we fail because we don't see winners in us. We see failures in ourselves. You should be your own cheerleader. Sawa? Yes. You should be your own cheerleader. Because out there, people will make you feel unworthy. People can be mean. They can be rude. But the moment you learn to affirm yourself positively, that's the game changer. Are we together? Pamoja? Yes. Blaming yourself, stop blaming yourself. If something has happened and you can't change it, accept it the way it is. If it's something that you can change, for example, your performance in class, work hard, improve on it, don't blame yourself, whereas you can do something about it. Focusing on your own weaknesses. Everybody has weaknesses. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. It's always good to focus on your focus on your strengths. Do we know what our strengths are? Yes. Unajua? What are your strengths? I want at least 5 girls to tell me what their strengths are. What are your strengths? Strength. We all have strengths and weaknesses.
Oh, my strength is defeating boys in arm wrestling.
Your strength is?
Defeating boys in arm wrestling.
Wow, arm wrestling.
Yes.
Wow, that's your strength. I love the way you already know. Dancing and singing. By the time you're finishing this session, you will sing and dance for us. Someone else? Acting, that has strength. Singing. Let me tell you. Dancing. The last one? Rapping. Yes. Rapping. I see we have rappers, we have singers, we have actors. Yes.
My strength is athletics, singing, rapping, dancing, coding.
Wow. Wow, you are multi-talented. Now we are supposed to focus on our strengths. Are we together? Yes, you have weaknesses, but you're supposed to capitalize on your strengths. Don't allow your weaknesses to be the ones that are dictating or rather defining you. Don't allow your weaknesses to define you, right? Focus on your strength and let your strength define you. Are we together? Define who you are. Sawa. We also have apologizing a lot, feeling unable to assert yourself. The kind of people who it's not even your mistake. You keep on apologizing for mistakes that are not yours because you always feel inferior. You always feel like you're unworthy. Are we together? That's a sign of low self-esteem. It's good to apologize when you're on the wrong, but not when you're not on the wrong. Are we together? Yes. Avoiding challenges or trying to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody, unless you are God. It's only God who is perfect. For all of us human beings, no one is perfect. We are all work in progress. We are always working towards perfection. We are all working towards becoming who we want to become or being where we want to be. Nobody is perfect, so do not try to be perfect. Sawa? Yes. So accept yourself the way you are. You've made mistakes. Kubali and songe mbele. Don't focus on the mistakes or the failures. Do something and improve. If it's academic, You can do something to improve, work harder. Don't dwell on your mistakes. Are we together? The next topic I would like us to focus on is peer pressure. I want us to look at peer pressure. Peer pressure, especially in schools, we are about to transition to junior school. People from all kinds of social classes. You're going to meet totally different people. And most of the time, there's usually a lot of peer pressure, especially in doing the wrong things. And that's why when we began our session today, I started by telling you briefly about self-awareness. It's always good to know who you are, what you want in life. That way, you'll be able to draw boundaries and know these are things I'm not supposed to do, and these are things I'm supposed to do. Based on my goals, based on my visions, based on my career path, what do I want to become? And I love the way the CBC is training you guys. Sorry for that. The CBC system is training you guys to focus on your passion, to capitalize on your strength. Are we together? Yes. So it's important that you be self-aware. What are my strengths? What is the career path that I would like to take? What are my visions? What are my goals eventually in life? That way, you'll be able to avoid peer pressure. You can't be swayed anyhow like a wind. Are we together? Yes. Definition is direct or indirect influence by members of the same group. Like in this case, we are heading to becoming students in junior high school. We are pupils here at Mountain View. I know we are people who come from very different social classes or family backgrounds. And sometimes there is a temptation to do things because they are being done. To dress in a certain way, right? To dress in a certain way, to talk in a certain way, to walk in a certain way because you want to fit in. The movies we watch, the programs we watch on television. Like which programs do you love watching on television? Which movies? Anime. And TV programs, unapenda gani? Danger Force. Yes, so the movies we watch will either influence us negatively or positively. And there's danger if you do not know who you are. Are we together? Yes. If you do not know who you are, there is the danger of the temptation to do things because they are being done. Before you do anything, ask yourself, is it matching my values? Is it matching my morals? What I believe in, my beliefs? Are we together? Yes. Don't just do things because they are being done. That is peer pressure. How can we handle peer pressure as young adults, as young girls? It's good that you know what is right. You're being taught what is right. Even today we are here to teach you what is right. In school, in church, at home, by our parents, our role models, people we look up to. Yes, there are good books that we can read that direct us in making the right choices. Always ask yourself, analyze the things that you are about to do. Are they the right things? Are they things that are going to build me up? Are they things that are going to make me become a better person? Are they going to bring out the best version of me? Right? Choose good friends. As I said, show me your friends and I tell you who you are. The friends you have will either build you up or destroy you completely. Haven't you seen someone who joined school, alikuwa na perform poa sana shule, then all of a sudden they start walking around with some kind of friends, and then huyo mtu anaanza kudeteriorate kwa performance yake. You've seen that? They deteriorate in their performance. Or they start talking in a certain way based on the kind of people you walk with. The kind of people you walk with could either shape you or destroy you. Are we together? So the kind of friends, choose friends wisely. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. When someone comes and tell you, at your age, you are mature enough to have a boyfriend, and you know it's not right, learn to say no. Someone comes and tell you, mmeenda party kwa besti yako, anakwambia kunywa kidogo, maybe it's alcohol, and you know very well it's not right, because you know the influences that comes with that, the effects. Sawa. Learn to say no. Don't always say yes to everything that you are told to do, that you see other people doing, based on who you are, based on your beliefs, your values, your morals. Learn to say no. Don't always go with the flow. Get advice from an adult. We have your parents, your teachers here in school. If you're not sure about something, always ask. Always ask, because you may not understand, because you're still young, the consequences that might follow later on. So if you're not sure about something and you're being pushed by someone, a friend, or even by an elderly person, someone is pushing you to do something, and you can feel you're not comfortable about it, learn to say no. Learn to say no. And if you're not sure, ask an adult. Sawa. Are we together? Tumelan kitu hapo kwa peer pressure? Yes. Have we learned? Yes. This image here shows us what you can do to stop peer pressure. Get away from the pressure zone. If it's an environment, maybe you feel uncomfortable in doing the things that are being done, you are free to leave. Are we together? Maybe mmeenda mahali, you go to a party and the things that are being done there are things that you don't agree to. You are free, you can leave for your own safety. Make your exit. Sawa. Be your own best friend. Sometimes it's good to be alone. It's not always important to be around people, because sometimes some friends could either, just the same way I've said, some friends could destroy you, destroy your reputation, influence you negatively. So always make the right choices. If it's friends, make sure they're friends that influence you positively. And sometimes it's good to be your own best friend. Take time to understand yourself, know your boundaries, know your values, know your beliefs, before you can allow anybody into your life. So that even the friends that are coming to join you, to become friends with you, let them know your boundaries. Let them know this is what I entertain, this is what I don't entertain. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. Haya, tumeenda kwa hiyo topic nyingine sasa, social media. Hapa ndio maneno yote iko. Hapa social media. You told me majority of you have mobile phones. Yes. What do you do with your mobile phone?
TikTok.
Right?
YouTube.
Instagram. Yes, you're right.
Fortnite.
Yes. TikTok. What else?
Yes.
Instagram.
Twitter.
Facebook. Snapchat. YouTube. Okay, what else? Apart from TikTok, Facebook, what else do you do with the mobile phone? WhatsApp, yes. All those are platforms of communication. Netflix, watching movies. Now, there are advantages of social media and there are disadvantages as well, right? Are we together? Yes. Your teacher is leaving. She has said you behave. Are we together? There are effects of using social media. It's okay to have your mobile phone, but it's also okay to be careful on what you're doing on there, using that device. It's okay to be on Facebook, but it's also good to have limitations. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it's okay, because people are earning using social media. How many people, do you know at least a few people who are earning and making a living through social media, right? You know Asiat? Yes! You know her? You know her and you love her, right? Yeah. She is making a living out of social media.
Typical gamer.
And then someone else?
Wisdom.
Now. Yes? Yes? Yes. So I just wanted you to see the images of the social media that we commonly use. Now, when it comes to social media, it will either influence you negatively or positively. Now, number one, it has created stereotypes of girls or women images that do not exist. For example, we see women with figure poa kwa social media, mtu anapost akiwa na figure poa, si ndio? Figure 8, right? We see them posting luxurious lives on social media, right? Is that the truth? No. Even though mama iko kwa ground?
No, unfortunately.
Why would you think someone would post such a photo? Akionyesha a luxurious life. Akionyesha venye.
To make her earn more followers.
Get attention.
To gain fame, to gain followers. What else? To attract attention, to earn money. Now, that means social media is fake. It's fake life. Meaning there's no reality on social media. People use filters to portray a perfect body image, right? Kama mtu ako na pimples, kama hiyo picha tumeona hapa, mtu ako na pimples, but hataki kuonyeshana their true face. They want to show how smooth they are, how beautiful, how cute, how attractive they are, but vitu background ni tofauti. And that's why we have had cases of people, they are dating online, but wakikuja kumit physically. Wakikuja kumit, what happens? Unaona mtu sio penye alikuwa kwa social media, penye ulimuona, unakuta kumbe hata anakuanga mdaa, ni mweusi, sio vile anakaa kwa social media. Are we together? Pornography. We see people who are posting pictures while they are naked. And we know the effect of pornography. When you watch people who are naked, or sometimes you're watching, for example, a movie on Netflix, on your social media, or you're just scrolling on the news feed, then a video just from nowhere in a rap, someone who is naked. And that's what happens. Are you tempted to click on the video or do you? Unaendelea kuscroll? The reason why I allowed you to share your story, I want you to see the need of why we need to have this conversation. Because you people are so exposed to information and everything. So we must talk about these things so openly. Because hakuna kitu hamjui. Ni kujifanya mnajifanyanga mjui hizi maneno, but you know them, right? Kwanza my sister pale unaona venye ana explain poa, sijui condoms, sijui nini inavaliwa, sijui nini. You know everything. Ni vile tu, we don't usually have this open conversation, but that's why we are here today. Now, I've heard your story and there's a common denominator about all your stories. That either a friend, a family, you saw a friend or a family watching pornography. You came across condoms and you were younger, you didn't know what it was. That means you see these things, it's only that some of you fear to ask about them, right? So we have understood what a condom is. Sindio? A condom is a contraceptive that is worn by a man during sexual intercourse. Are we together? But it is used by people who are ready to have sexual intercourse. Are we together? Not for children like you. For young girls like you. Or for young boys like the ones you study together with in class. It's for men who are mature enough to have sexual intercourse. People who are ready to face the consequences that come with sexual intercourse. Do you know the consequences of sexual intercourse? Yes. Early pregnancy is one of them. Early marriages. HIV and AIDS. STDs, sexually transmitted diseases, and also the emotional damage or breakdown that comes with that. Yes? Why are you laughing? Emotional damage. Yes. You know what that is? The emotional damage. Yes, emotional damage that comes with that. For example, let me explain that. For example, at your age right now, when you get into a relationship, with a boyfriend. You start engaging into sexual activities. You know, when you engage in sex, it is not just the physical act. You connect with this person even emotionally. Yes. Sinikweli walimu? Yes. Ati how? You see, there will be blood. You know, when you engage into sexual intercourse, there is anaingiza kitu yake kwa mwili yako. Si ni kweli? There will be interchanging of fluids, of blood, and so that's why unapatanga when people break up, there is usually bitterness, pain, because these people connected emotionally. Are we together? And even they connected spiritually. Are we together? There is so much to it than just the act. That's why unapatanga huyu mtu unashindwa kumsahau, because you can't concentrate on your studies, because you feel the pain, you feel like you've been used. To make the matters worse, if you're a lady, akikuacha na ball, then what happens? What happens? You are happy to take care of that child alone, or with the help of your parents. Yeye aendelee na masomo yake. Who is going to lose? Who will lose? You as a girl, you as a lady, as a young lady. Are we together? Yes. So let us be very careful. Don't engage or don't make choices to engage in activities or in things that we regret later on in life. Are we together? The same way when it comes to pornography. Pornography is watching it is watching videos of people who are naked, people who are engaging in sexual intercourse. And so when you watch that, what goes on into your mind? What goes on in your mind? Because there's something that happens in your mind. Yes? You feel like doing it, even you, right?